Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I have a lot of people sending me messages. They want to see some cars that maybe they don't just see every time they go to a meet, especially ones that have been massaged on and pumped up. Well, guess what? I am here with something to answer those requests. I want to first give a big shout out to Taylor for bringing this red rocket out for today's filming for all of you guys. So basically, you might be looking at this and saying, first of all, what kind of car is that? Or is that a Dodge Neon? Let me tell you right now, you do not call this car a Neon. Nowhere on this car does it have the word Neon. What I am standing in front of is a 2005 Dodge SRT-4. Now, let me give you a little history about this car. Back in 1998, some executives of Dodge went to what's known as the SEMA show in Las Vegas. They looked around, they saw that there was a big industry for small, compact cars that had been worked on with horsepower and whatnot. Well, guess what? When they got back to Detroit, that's when the ball started rolling, and that's what eventually led to the birth of this car, the Dodge SRT-4. What you're looking at from the factory back in 2003, because this car was available 2003, 2004, 2005. You're looking at a 2.4 inline four turbocharged engine, putting out stock 220 horsepower, weighing in at around 3,000, 3,100 pounds, front wheel drive. Now, when you hear that word front wheel drive, you might say, oh, this thing is slow, or oh, it's just a bunch of torque steer. Guess what? The engineers were able to do some work to that front end to make sure that when you do go to take this car and launch it or go around a turn, that you're not going to get that horrendous torque steer, or at least not too much. Because basically what you're looking at stock, 0 to 60 about 5.4 seconds, top speed of 153 miles an hour. So this is nothing to laugh about. And this is really one of those things, in the Dodge world, there's a saying, Mopar or no car. Well, this doesn't have Mopar on it, but this is definitely a car that's been massaged over to get that performance that people want. Let's go ahead and take a look at this flame red 2005 Dodge SRT-4. I've always, as soon as these cars came onto the scene, I've always been a fan of the front of this car. There's those famous letters, SRT. Some people say, what does that mean? When you see SRT, that's like your AMG of Mercedes. That's like your STI of Subaru. That stands for Street and Racing Technology. And that is the organization within Dodge that built this masterpiece. Yes, they started with a mundane Dodge Neon, but after they were done, this is what we got. I love the styling on the front of these, super aggressive. Now, this owner went ahead and obviously modified the intercooler, but even in stock form, when you see these things stock, the intercooler is huge. They did that on purpose. They wanted to get as much cooling for that turbocharged engine as possible. So I really like the way they have the grill open. You could see that front mount intercooler, the SRT, very aggressive with the hood scoop. It's one of those things that you go back to 2003. Think about the cars that were available. You're looking at like a Subaru WRX, because remember, the STI did not make it to the shores until 2004. So at the time, this was really a hot little sedan that people could purchase right off the showroom floor. So right off the bat, very distinctive front end, and that's what I really like about it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side here. If you look, this owner decided to have some different wheels here. I really like the color with the red. It's a very, very nice look. This owner does have some street slicks that he actually can mount on the car and take it to the track. And that's something that people who have these cars, whenever you have front wheel drive, you're going to need to add some extra meat to that front end to try to get the grip. Because remember, at the end of the day, this car putting to these tires 390 horsepower to the tires. That's about 460 to the crank. That's a lot of power for a front wheel drive car to handle. And that's why if you're going to do your track event, you're going to maybe want to run with something a little wider, something a little stickier, because at the end of the day, you can make 1,000,000 horsepower, but if you're not getting it to the ground, it's kind of pointless. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the lines. Your traditional four-door design, very compact, very sleek. I really, really like the distinctive rear end of the car. If you look at the back of the SRT-4, I really, really like the rear spoiler. Some people take these off when they're modifying them. I think it gives it that look that when you see it going down the road, it catches your eye. And if you know what you're talking about and you know what you're looking at, you say, wow, there goes an SRT-4. Really, really awesome. So I like that. And then just very clean. Now you have the dual exhaust outlets, which these are modified by the owner. The stock ones were a dual outlet as well. Now, what's really interesting, some people aren't aware of, back in 2003 when the SRT-4 came out, they had no mufflers from the factory. So that kind of gave it that nice, aggressive sound. And that's why these things are really nothing but the business. Speaking of the business, let's go check out what's underneath that hood. All right, guys, here we are underneath the hood of this red Rocket. I really think they should name the color Red Rocket Red because this thing is a red rocket. So you're looking at your inline four turbocharged. Now, normally on Raiti's Rides, I don't do this. I don't take out a piece of paper, but because of all the mods that Taylor has to this car, I have no choice but to do it justice. And for those of you who are curious about this list, I actually have the whole entire thing. It's going to come out at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Maybe after watching this, you want to go get an SRT-4 and you're looking for, hey, I want to have 400, almost 400 horsepower to the front wheels. You could go and get these parts. So let's go ahead and take a look. You can see how there's been some nice paint work here. I really like the red is brought into the engine compartment. Taylor's going to go ahead and show you around to the turbo and whatnot. While he's doing that, let me go ahead and I'm taking out this laundry list. So you're looking at, and engine-wise, this has a stage 3 turbo, big wheel, 20G, clip ported and manifold ported, stage 3 fuel system with 1,000cc fuel injectors, those FID fuel injectors, MaxFab S3 3-inch O2 housing. It's got the stage 2 PCM, the exhaust depot beast intercooler, Keyworks crash bar, a Bosch built solid engine and trans mount, Prothane shifter bushings, a Walbro 255 fuel pump. Because remember, for an engine build, you got to get more fuel. It's about getting more fuel, more air to make the bigger boom, which is going to give you the more power. He's got the TL blow-off valve, which he could show you down there, that blow-off valve, Crane 14 cams. He's got an MPX 62 millimeter throttle body, an AGP oil can, an ACT HD 66 clutch, and this isn't even the full list. So definitely stick around to the end of the video. You will see the rest of the goodies that this car has, because I'm telling you, 460 horsepower to the crank. Those Dodge SRT guys had no idea people were going to be getting that kind of power, because remember, at the end of the day, this car came off the showroom floor with 220 horsepower. Big difference. I don't know about you. Let's go ahead and check out the inside. All right, guys, here we are sitting inside this 2005 Dodge SRT-4. You can see it's that early 2000s styling. So if you're expecting something from 2018, you're looking at the wrong video. But the real cool thing is that back in 2003 to 2005, when they were producing this car, these are the stock seats. You have these nice bolstered leather on the bolstering, which I like, is because this is going to take all the wear when you come in and out of the car. We have some nice cloth here to hold you in. Very, very stylish wheel. Now, obviously, Taylor has made some mods to the clutch and everything. He's got this wonderful, it's a 5-speed, right? It's not a 6-speed, 5-speed transmission. So he's got this really cool SRT-4 shift knob. The throws, I'm telling you, super short, super crisp. I love the mechanical feel. This is something that I think we lose in a lot of newer cars, is they just don't have that wonderful mechanical feel to them. He's also running a boost gauge, auxiliary boost gauge, and air fuel ratio gauge in here as well, because those are important things that when you're running a turbocharged car, especially a modified one, you like to have those features. I like the gauge setup. It's very clean, very simple. And I think that's what the great part of this car is that this is a car that just anybody who's an enthusiast can own and enjoy, and there's really no complication to it. Anyways, I don't know about you, but I think Taylor is going to give me a ride in this car. If you're ready, I'm ready. All right, guys, here we are inside Taylor's SRT-4. This is Taylor. The owner is gracious enough to take not only me, but all of you guys, Raiti's Ride subscribers, on this epic journey. This is actually my first time, believe it or not, my first time in an SRT-4. I love it. I love the sound of the gears and the whining and everything from the modifications. Taylor, why'd you get this car? Why SRT-4?
Well, honestly, I started off with wanting an Evo. Like
The
does, yeah. Everybody wants an Evo.
Come to find out, they hold their value really well. Couldn't afford it.
Yeah, they're expensive.
I tried Subaru, and the same thing. And then when I looked online and started looking around, I started seeing SRTs, and they were good, nicely priced, about the same power. They were just front-wheel drive, but I was like, you know what, I'll roll with it.
Yeah.
And it's been downhill ever since.
Well, I think you definitely found a good one. Great mods done to it. We're going across this bridge right now, maybe to do a little pull, so he can show you some of the oomph that you could get out of an SRT-4. But we're gonna hit this bridge up on the way back, and it looks a lot clearer over on that side. But boy, when he hit fourth, he had told me, he's like, where should we go? And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? And he told me, you know, once that fourth gear is reached, that's when she really starts to come on. And I'm telling you, 100%, when that fourth was hit, I knew it, and we were going like a rocket. So we're going to get through this traffic, make a U-E, and try it on the other side. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we're back on this bridge in Mexico, of course, and we are ready to see what this SRT-4 does. I love this sound. Oh my God, I just know what's coming. Going to those front tires, which I don't know if you heard, we did break traction a little bit there for a second. It is a lot of fun, and they go plenty fast. But you can see what I really love about this particular SRT-4, Taylor's SRT-4, is I love the way it is a very linear power curve. Once that boost comes on, it just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling. What kind of pressure, boost pressure are we running out of this?
Second gear is gate pressure, 16 pounds. Third gear is, on a day like today, it'll probably be 25, 26.
25, 26?
Before 25,
nice.
26.
Nice. So, I mean, you're really getting a great amount of power, and it's just so smooth. If you're, you know, wanting something where you can have that smooth, linear power, you could go this route. It doesn't have to be a turbocharged car where it's nothing, 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 and then all of a sudden it's everything. It's real nice to have that drivability, and guess what? I'm very proud to say Taylor drives this car every day. This is his daily driver to and from work. I was complimenting him. The AC is blowing nice and cold, and you get the power, and he's driving something that you just don't see every day. So I definitely want to give a big, huge thank you to Taylor. We're going to get back and wrap it up, so we'll see you in a second.
All right, guys, so it's been one hell of a day. I want to give a big, huge thank you. Very grateful for Taylor for bringing out this Dodge SRT-4. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my old buddy, Anthony Jaslow, for connecting me with Taylor to get this done, because you guys have been wanting cars like this, and here I am able to bring it to you. That ride was awesome and just mind-blowing what kind of performance we could get out of these cars. And at the end of the day, it's all about you, the enthusiast, who could take a car from the factory, do some massaging to it, and have it be at levels that the manufacturers never even dreamed of. But anyways, That's it for today. If these are the things you like to see on Raity's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. Make sure you have hit that subscribe button. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, what do I need to do to get you to hit that button? Join this journey. I don't know where the hell it's going, but it's going up because we're almost up to 6,000 subscribers. I want to thank all of you who have been there since the beginning. Check out RaitiesRides.com, my website, Raity's Rides on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All original content all the time. And like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.